Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. My name, of course, is Potato, and here we check out the latest and the greatest strategy games each and every day of the week. 2022 is over, and 2023 is just getting started, which is a great opportunity to discuss some of the best and most exciting games that will be coming out in the strategy genre this year. So, this list will primarily cover games in the city building, management, automation / factory building subgenres, but if you're interested in seeing a specific video for strategic tactical games, then let me know in the comments down below. This is a rundown of Steam's most anticipated strategy games of 2023, and I've sorted through the chaff and identified the most wishlisted upcoming games that you can look forward to this year. And I'll be running through these games in order of the number of wishlists that a given game is on. Some of these upcoming games are ones that I've talked about before, but there is a lot of new stuff, very exciting stuff, that is on this list. I've tried to stick quite closely to the genres that I've already identified, but there's a few games, as ever, on this list that tend to float between genres. We've also got some bonus games that are at the end of the video, so stick around to the end to get even more strategy game goodness. Right, let's get cracking onto the games. Are you ready to become the ultimate medieval lord? Well, buckle up, because Manor Lords is here to put your skills to the test. This kingdom building game has been causing quite a stir. With a highly anticipated demo that was released last year, it is no surprise that it is the most wishlisted upcoming strategy game on Steam. In Manor Lords, you'll get to design and build your own estate, engage in trade, diplomacy, and war to expand your influence, and prove your worth as a lord. And if the demo is anything to go by, and you can click on the card in the top right-hand corner to see some gameplay of it, this is going to be an absolutely incredible game. With stunning visuals and immersive gameplay, Manor Lords is a game that strategy fans absolutely won't want to miss. Be sure to check out the links below for more information on this and all the other exciting games on this list. Frostpunk 2 is a city-building game that will make you feel like you're in the middle of a polar vortex. Not only do you have to manage and grow a city, but you have to do it whilst fighting off frostbite. And if that wasn't tough enough, you'll have to make tough decisions that could potentially lead to the demise of some of your citizens. It's a high-stakes game that will have you on the edge of your seat. And just when you thought things couldn't get any more intense, Frostpunk 2 is on the horizon. This time, oil is the hot new commodity, and the future of your city is looking bleaker than ever. I can't wait to start building my Icy Kingdom, and will definitely be keeping an eye on this one. And if you don't want to miss my coverage, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Kerbal Space Program 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to the successful space exploration game. Set to launch in February 2023, this game has been completely redesigned to meet the demands of modern and next-generation space exploration, whilst still maintaining the key elements of the first game. In Kerbal Space Program 2, you'll get to build your own space program, create powerful spacecraft, and explore celestial bodies as you uncover cosmic mysteries. But be warned, managing a space program isn't easy, and you'll have to make sure you have the funds to keep everything running smoothly. I, for one, am absolutely counting down the days until KSP2 is released. I cannot wait to see how this game turns out. Terra Nil is a unique take on the city building genre, as it focuses on the restoration and preservation of the environment rather than creation. In the game, you're tasked with turning a barren wasteland into a thriving ecosystem, complete with a diverse array of flora and fauna. The gameplay is very enjoyable, and the visuals are just stunning, making it a game that is both fun and visually pleasing. The demo version of the game has received very positive reviews, and it's clear that Terra Nil has the potential to be a standout title in the city building genre. Whilst we only have a demo to go on at the moment, it's worth keeping an eye on this one. It's going to release at some point later this year. In Viking City Builder, you'll get to channel your inner Viking and build a bustling town worthy of Odin's approval. But watch out, your people may get restless if they don't have enough longhouses, boating houses, or ritual houses to feast and pillage in. And don't forget to send some brave warriors out to hunt for food, or perhaps just raid the nearest village. With a mix of city building, combat, and real-time strategy elements, this game will have you shouting huzzah and Odin's beard in equal measure. So sharpen your axes and get ready to conquer the world, or at least your little corner of it. No word on the release date quite yet, but it's definitely on our radar. Valhalla awaits. In Paralives, you'll get to live out your wildest home design dreams. Build and customize your own character and house from the ground up, from choosing the perfect furniture to designing the layout of your home. But that's not all. You can also spruce up the neighborhood with your unique flair. And when you're feeling lonely, go out and interact with the other quirky characters in the game. You can even do mundane tasks like gardening, cooking, and crafting, because let's face it, those are the real highlights of life. The game is still in development, and we'll see exactly what happens when it releases, but this Sims similar style game seems pretty interesting. Are you ready to take to the skies and become the captain of your very own high-tech airship? Well, look no further than Forever Skies, the base-building survival game where you'll get to customize and upgrade your floating home whilst soaring above the ruins of civilization. But beware, there are mysterious anomalies and mutated creatures lurking below, so you'll need to manage your airship's hull and resources to carefully stay afloat. Pun very much intended. Think Subnautica, but in the sky. This game looks like it's going to be a blast. Again, pun intended. And I can't wait to check it out when it launches later this year. In Wild West Dynasty, you get to manage your very own ranch and complete a variety of tasks and missions to expand your territory. But beware, because life in the West isn't always easy, and you'll need to be on your toes to survive. When you're not busy wrangling cattle, you can try your hand at horse riding, hunting, and farming. And if you're feeling extra wild, then you can even customize your character's appearance and skills. So grab your cowboy hat and get ready for some Western-themed fun in Wild West Dynasty. It's launching in February, so you probably won't have long to wait. You'll probably want to keep an eye on Builders of Egypt, Builders of Greece, and Builders of China. These are 3 historic city-building games that have been stuck in development limbo for a little while. The most interesting aspect of these games looks to be the wonders that you'll get to build, like the pyramids in Egypt, which are probably going to be quite impressive. No specific release dates have been announced for any of the titles yet, but it looks like Builders of Egypt might just be coming out in the first or second quarter of 2023. Until then, we'll just have to cross our fingers that the games are able to find their way out of the development maze. Are you ready to brave the elements and build a new home for your people in the high mountains? Well, Leysara Summit Kingdom may very well be the game for you. This challenging city builder tasks you with establishing multiple towns in the mountains, each with its own traits and challenges. Now, as you build these towns, you'll create a trading network that can be adjusted to your needs by revisiting already developed settlements. But beware, living at high altitudes comes with its own set of struggles, like avalanches and harsh conditions. It's a super unique concept that I can't wait to see more of, and it's coming out in the first quarter of 2023. If you're looking to farm with friends, then The Ranchers might be up your street. The Ranchers is an open-world country life simulator for 1 to 4 players. Raise animals, grow crops, craft machines, build your dream house, and explore the gigantic open world where mines and dangerous monsters abound. Earn the villagers' respect, and who knows, maybe find love and start a family. It's all here, and it's all coming in quarter 3 of 2023. Occupy Mars is a highly technical open-world sandbox game about Mars colonization inspired by the most promising companies and technologies that are working towards making humans a multi-planet species. Build and upgrade your base, discover new regions, conduct mining operations, retrieve water, generate oxygen, grow crops, fix broken parts, and learn how to survive on Mars. Occupy Mars, the game, is launching in January, so you won't have to wait long before you can recreate the Martian. Sticking with the Martian theme, in One Lonely Outpost, you're the first pioneer to hit the surface of a barren alien world. It's a desolate expanse as far as the eye can see. The job is simple. Take your space RV, power up your multi-purpose tech gauntlet, and use whatever seeds you find in the cargo. Over time, make the world life-sustaining for yourself and dozens of future colonists. But until then, it's gonna be, you guessed it, One Lonely Outpost. The game is coming out in March, so we can all look forward to checking out Mars. Roots of Pacha is a farming sim set in the Stone Age. Discover, gather, and farm vegetables and herbs, and explore the surrounding wilderness to find animals to befriend and domesticate. Fish the shallow and deep waters to see what lies below their depths, and mine the darkest caves filled with mysteries and secret powers. Grow your village by inviting people from other clans to live with you and play with friends online. This game is set for release on the 25th of April, so we'll all be able to check it out fairly soon indeed. Step back in time and become the ruler of ancient Egypt in Pharaoh: A New Era, the epic city building game that's been totally remastered for a new generation of players. With 50 missions and over 100 hours of gameplay, you'll have plenty of time to build your city from the ground up and become the most powerful pharaoh in all the land. From the creators of the original Pharaoh and the expansion, Cleopatra, Queen of the Nile, this game is sure to be a hit with fans of retro city building titles. So get ready to lay down some serious bricks and turn your city into a flourishing metropolis worthy of a true pharaoh. Just don't forget to keep an eye out for that release date. We don't know when it's gonna be, but it's probably gonna be Q1 of 2023. Get ready to defend your village and build it up into a formidable fortress in Gord, a unique twist on the traditional city building game. As the leader of your village, it's up to you to erect palisades, develop structures, and grow your Gord into a thriving community. But beware, there are all sorts of enemies and monsters lurking in the woods, waiting to take down your population. While it might not be necessarily the typical city building game, Gord is definitely worth checking out for anyone looking for something a little bit different. Don't forget to follow the developers on Twitter for updates, because we do not know when this game will be releasing. And whilst you're on Twitter, consider giving me a follow as well if you want to stay up to date with what I'm doing. Inspired by the god games of old, Fata Diem lets you mold settlements and townsfolk in your image. Will you raise the settlements to splendor or spur them on to violent debauchery? Fata Diem is a god game where you don't only build settlements but compete with other gods for influence. And the more followers that you have, the more power you're able to wield. Manage your mana to manipulate your settlements, devotees, and the fabric of reality itself. As you amass more power, you'll be able to pick more unearthly feats to wield. This game is coming out sometime in 2023. I love a god game, so can't wait to see what this title has in store. Dive deep into the depths of the ocean and build a unique underwater city to survive in Aquatico, the exciting new survival city building game. With multiple levels to build on and a variety of challenges to face, you'll have to use all of your skills to construct a base that can withstand the dangers of the sea. Build your infrastructure and production facilities on the seabed and use the domed layers above to house your people and keep them safe from the perils of the ocean. There's a demo available to try now, and the release date is fast approaching, January 2023. It's definitely worth checking this one out. You will not want to miss all the underwater fun in Aquatico. Get ready to descend into the depths of an alien planet and build some seriously futuristic factories in Tectonica, the first-person factory building game that is literally out of this world. Whether you play solo or team up with some friends in co-op mode, you'll be tasked with gathering resources, researching new tech, shaping the destructible terrain, and establishing a base of operations, all whilst you uncover long-lost secrets. You will be automating in no time. There's a demo out right now, and I did a video on this not too long ago. You can check it out in the corner of this video. Sons of Valhalla is a strategy and base building game set in the Viking Age. Build fortresses and lay siege to enemy strongholds, gather warriors and board longboats, and engage in personal combat as you raid and conquer across England. It's quite like Kingdoms, the side-scrolling base builder, except that it's got way more Vikings. Sons of Valhalla will be out in 2023 sometime, but I encourage you to wishlist this title on Steam so that you can stay up to date with development progress. Lightyear Frontier is a peaceful open-world farming adventure on a planet at the far edge of the galaxy. Start your new home on a distant planet with up to 3 friends as you farm alien crops, build your own homestead, and explore the untamed wilderness of the world. Lightyear Frontier is slated for release later this year, but no word yet on the exact date. Tiny Glade is a small, relaxing game about doodling castles. Explore gridless building chemistry and watch the game carefully assemble every brick, pebble, and plank. There's no management, combat, or even any wrong answers. Just kick back and turn forgotten meadows into lovable dioramas. It's not much of a game per se, let alone a management game, but it's a lovely way to kill a few hours, and it looks like it's going to be absolutely stunning. There's no release date for this one either, but hopefully this year. Get ready to build a brand new home on a distant planet in Novalands, where you'll use all sorts of resources like wood and rocks and rare minerals to create a thriving settlement. Each new building you unlock will open up possibilities and help you work more efficiently so you can focus on the important stuff, like transforming your work hard attitude into a work smart attitude. With multiple levels of automation to unlock and a demo available right now, this game is sure to be a hit with people who like resource management and automation style games. There's no word yet on a release date, but we'll be sure to keep you posted. Norland is a medieval kingdom sim inspired by games such as RimWorld, Crusader Kings, and Caesar. And the game generates complex stories. You manage a noble family that owns a city populated by dozens of characters from different classes, peasants, slaves, soldiers, and criminals. Each citizen has their own needs and complex behaviors, which will depend on their social status and individual traits. And often, their behavior can be deadly to your family. I'm sure you'll agree it's a pretty interesting, unique concept for a city building strategy game, and this one will be releasing in March, so we won't have to wait too long to see how it is. I Am Your President is a political strategic management game where you play as Commander-in-Chief, use special agents, steal technology, assassinate inconvenient leaders, move troops, send in the nukes, or try to maintain the status quo. All of these actions can be performed right from your office. What will you choose, peace or war? Make no mistake, the fate of the world rests on your shoulders. No release date has yet been announced, but we'll also be keeping an eye on this one. Congratulations, you've just been chosen by the Emperor to be the new provincial governor. It's now your duty to maintain peace and prosperity in your region, and what better way to do that than by designing the city of your dreams? Well, that's what you do in Celestial Empire. Trade with others, take care of your people's needs, and make sure that they survive through all kinds of harsh winters and disasters. The game looks gorgeous, and I cannot wait to dive in and start building. There's no word on a release date yet, but we'll be sure to keep an eye out for this one and let you know as soon as it comes out. Night is Coming is a survival, building, and development simulation set in a fantasy world. It's loosely inspired by Slavic mythology and the mystique of the Carpathian region. Build your settlement, nurture and protect your people, prepare for the impending darkness, and eventually save the world. This game is brought to you by the same publisher as Dice Legacy and Floodland, two games that I enjoyed tremendously, so I've got high hopes for this one. You can check this one out later in 2023, which I'll absolutely be doing. Metropolism bills itself as the deepest city building simulation experience ever. Whilst I can't vouch for that, I can vouch for what you have to do in the game, which is build, grow, and manage a bustling metropolis. Take on the administrative tasks necessary to keep a modern-day city functioning. Construction, zoning, transportation, budgets, city services, and much more. Each citizen is a fully simulated person with a job, an education, and a life. And you're in control of it all. Are you up to the challenge? An engaging premise, isn't it? Nothing on the release date yet, but I would love to see more of this little game. Neon Nostalgia comes to Kingdom. Kingdom 80s is a new standalone game in the award-winning micro-strategy series Kingdom. You'll lead a band of brave kids into an epic struggle to save their families and their town from the greed. Kingdom has a well-trodden formula now, and the latest Stranger Things inspired spin looks to add to that. There's usually a nice little twist in these games, and we'll see, what that could possibly be later in the year when the game releases. Shapes 2 might be the game on this list that I'm most hyped for. Shapes 2 is the not-so-long-awaited sequel to the original Shapes.io game, which was an automation, management, and factory-building title. And the goal of Shapes 2 is to build, automate, and scale your factory in order to process increasingly large numbers of, types of, and colors of shapes, You'll be building machines, placing conveyor belts, and designing vast networks in order to transport your shapes all around the map. Whilst to begin with, you'll be focused on extracting pure shapes from the ground, you'll soon discover a vast array of colors, unlocking an even vaster number of shape and color combinations. And then, the fun begins. The interesting thing about Shapes 2 is that it is moving from 2 to 3 dimensions, and the game is going to be so much bigger than the first. I'm super excited to see what this game has to offer, and we'll hopefully get to see what that is later in the year. Welcome to the world of dungeon mastering. As a benevolent ruler, it's your job to create a warm and fuzzy home for your monsters. Just because they're creatures of darkness doesn't mean that they can't have a cozy place to rest their scaly heads. And once you've got your dungeon in tip-top shape, it's time to let your creatures loose in the overworld to spread the joy of absolute evil. Gone are the days of boring old conquer and destroy tactics. With your arsenal of dynamic, evil gathering techniques, you'll be able to turn even the lushest forests and even the most rolling of plains into a desolate, shadowy landscape. So go ahead, embrace your inner wickedness and let it shine. The overworld is waiting for you. This sounds like a really wacky game, and I can't wait to give it a spin when it comes out later in the year. Get ready to build the ultimate factory in an infinite simulated voxel world. As the mastermind behind this production powerhouse, you'll be responsible for mining resources, crafting machinery, and automating your research to ensure new heights of efficiency. Foundry has it all. It won't, however, be easy, as you'll have to tackle logistics challenges by carefully planning and building a complicated conveyor belt network to keep everything running smoothly. Don't forget about the power either. Managing the complex network of generators and machines will be crucial to the success of your factory. As you expand and grow your production lines, you'll need to keep everything running smoothly and efficiently. If this all sounds like a dream come true, you'll be happy to know that this game is available right now on itch.io. Keep an eye out for the Steam release later this year. It's sure to be a hit with fans of games like No Man's Sky, Satisfactory, and Factorio. Get ready to build, craft, and automate your way to victory. Have you ever thought of having a rover for a neighbor? Red desert outside the window and Earth shining away in the sky above you? Well, it's high time that you did. Welcome to Mars Colony Builder, and welcome to the city of the future, where the public transport is fantastic, the solar panels are efficient, the houses and homes are fully automated, and there's an unlimited amount of living space. Food is cheap, technology is advanced, and people, along with the robots, are friendly. The only thing left to do is build it. The release date is to be determined, as is my capability to build the city of the future, but this is another title to watch. Ruthlessness, ambition, determination. Just some of the things you'll need if you want to make it in the unforgiving criminal underworld. This is Yakuza Empire, a strategy/management game about Japan's most feared gang. Lead the feared clan as its undisputed leader and direct its operations to the best of your abilities. Your revered predecessor was brutally murdered. It's time to restore his honor and spill blood in the name of revenge. Have you got what it takes? Well, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see if I have what it takes later in the year. There's no word on the release date yet, but this is another one that you'll probably want to watch. All aboard the express train to riches and fame in Railway Empire 2. Don the coat of a clever entrepreneur, take over a small railway company in the 1800s, and turn your steam engines into the workhorses of the economy. Grow your company into the largest railway company on the continent and outsmart your competitors as you connect cities and companies with an ever-expanding network of rail lines, bridges, and tunnels. I will take more train and transport management games any day of the week, but we'll have to wait a little longer for this one, as it's slated for release at some point later this year. In Park Beyond, you can create the park of your dreams without being held back by gravity. Take the role of a newly hired visionary architect for a struggling company and create mind-twisting theme parks. You can create rides that you've always dreamed about creating but couldn't exist in real life. If you're a big fan of games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Parkitect, and Planet Coaster, then perhaps give this one a look. It'll release later in the year, and I'll absolutely be checking it out. As the leader of a human settlement on a hostile planet, it's up to you to ensure the survival and happiness of your people. That means managing resources carefully, adapting to extreme weather conditions, and dealing with all kinds of natural disasters. It's absolutely not going to be easy, but with careful planning and a focus on the happiness of your inhabitants, you can build a city that thrives in even the toughest of environments. This game's got a super interesting concept and a really snazzy art style. I can't wait to see more. There's no word yet on a release date, but we'll be sure to keep an eye out and let you know if we hear anything. Hostile Mars is a factory building game focused on combat. Explore an open world and discover new tech to unlock powerful weapons and structures. Create efficient supply chains using delivery bots, salvage destroyed enemies for resources, and design your base to withstand increasing waves of enemies. You know what? This game is really flipping good. You can check out my video on it in the top right-hand corner right now, but I'll absolutely be covering this one when it comes out at some unspecified time in the next year. Earth, 1976. You've been tasked with managing a deep-sea science facility, working to perfect cloning. Mine resources, light your way in the dark, and explore the ocean floor to further your research. Maintain oxygen, power, and more to keep your crew alive. But beware, the darkness hides untold horrors. Underwater city builders are becoming somewhat of a craze these days, and now apparently Paradox is getting in on the action and publishing their own one with Surviving the Abyss. It looks very cool, and the great news is that it is coming out in January, so you can actually play it in just a couple of weeks. From the developers of Prison Architect comes The Last Starship. Start with an empty starship hull and fit her out with propulsion, life support, weapons, and a faster-than-light drive before blasting off into the galaxy to test your design against a range of procedurally generated missions. Build a massive asteroid mining operation, rescue civilians from a transport with critical engine failure, or build an armada and pick a fight with the pirates who plague the galaxy. I am pumped for this game, and the sooner that February arrives, the better. I cannot wait to play this one. Rescue survivors and construct cities in the clouds in this post-apocalyptic simulation and role-playing game. Escape from frenzied zombies and a mysterious mist that permeates throughout the air. Zombies may be vicious, but the mist is the deadliest enemy you'll face in this world. Finding a way to avoid it could be the only way for you to survive. I have no idea what this game is going to be like. It looks really wacky, but it looks kind of cool. So yeah, I'll check this one out when it releases later in the year. Get ready to brew up some seriously magical potions in Potion Tycoon, the management simulator that puts a witchy twist on the traditional business game. As the owner of your very own magic shop, it's up to you to build and develop your business, managing resources, setting up production lines, and mixing potions to sell to the witches and wizards of the world. And with a loyal goblin army at your disposal, you'll have all the automation that you need to stay ahead of the competition. This game is absolutely gonna be cool as heck. I really can't wait to see what management style features it brings to the genre. I do love the magical twist that it has. No word on a release date yet, but absolutely checking this one out too. Build the town of Pixelshire and grow your community in a unique RPG sandbox, which mixes life sim elements with town building, exploration, and combat. Express yourself by planning the town to your liking, mastering trades, getting to know your neighbors, and exploring the continent of Arcadia. I love a good farming sim, I love a management game, I love a city builder, and this one, releasing later in the year, seems right up my street. Colonize is a city building / management game where you are colonizing the new world. Gradually, you'll improve your settlement through building improvements, learning to mine and extract new raw materials. You'll be able to make laws, form a government, and just generally overall improve your city. I checked out the demo of this game. It's a little rough around the edges at the moment, but it's got some good, nice visuals, and the setting obviously is quite interesting. It's releasing in Q1 of 2023, so we'll all be able to check this one out fairly soon indeed. Are you fed up with farming on Earth? Well, now you can take on the new role of a futuristic modern farmer on the moon. Explore new farming possibilities literally on the moon. Prepare land for your base and prepare to set up a vertical farming setup. It's safe to say that you have never farmed like this. This title will be releasing in Q1 of 2023, so we can all moon farm real soon indeed. Oxygen is a survival city builder that is set primarily around one element. That's right, oxygen. Build your city around the oxygen center and ensure your people's survival in a post-apocalyptic future that is threatened by crack explosions, deadly winds, droughts, and frosts. Lead your people, and more importantly, keep the oxygen center running at all costs. As I've already said, it's all about maintaining oxygen. There's a demo available right now called First Breath that you can play for a little taste of what's to come with the full release, which will be later in Q1 of 2023. Get ready to dive into the world of Atlantis and protect this re-emerged wonder of the world in City of Atlantis, an isometric city-building survival game that is full of mythical magic. According to legend, the City of Atlantis was a marvel of scientific, military, and economic development, but it mysteriously vanished from the face of the Earth. Now, after centuries of being submerged beneath the ocean, it's re-emerging, and it's up to you to protect it. Whether this game counts as an underwater city building game or not is still up for debate, but one thing is for sure, it's going to be a thrilling adventure. We don't have any information on when it's going to release yet, but absolutely keep an eye on this one, and I'll be checking it out. Definitely Not Fried Chicken is a business management sim with a twist. Grow your illicit substance trade through legitimate fronts by managing both sides of the business. Acquire new businesses, meet new clientele, and develop more potent narcotics, and most importantly, make lots of money. This is a surprisingly unique strategy game that really does not take itself too seriously at all, which is always nice. I'm looking forward to this one releasing in January. It's going to be a fantastic excuse to revisit it, and I'd highly recommend checking this one out. Build up your own military camp, manage your on-base economy, recruit the best candidates and soldiers for the job, and train them to become elite specialists. Send them on missions across the land to end the war once and for all. This game has had a demo out for a while now. I've played it a good few times. It's great. I love the concept of building up your own literal military camp. It promises to be super interesting, and it's releasing in February, which means that we're all going to get to play one military camp very soon indeed. And last but not least, we have Ascent of Ashes, which is a colony sim set in a post-apocalyptic dystopia. You have to build and defend your base, manage your survivors, engage raiders, aliens, remnant soldiers, and other factions in real time with pause combat. Build your survivors a base where they can rest and trade stories between adventures, farm crops, tame alien beasts, incorporate salvage technology, and fortify your home against hostile intruders. Survive at all costs. It really is that simple. This game is noted to release in Q4 of 2023, so it'll be a while before we can, test anything out with this title. But I am excited about this one, as it does look pretty darn cool. So that's it for the most anticipated strategy games of 2023 on Steam. We're going to be moving on to the bonus games in just a second, but just to say, have I missed anything? Is there anything on this list that you think should be there that is not on it? Well, do please let me know in the comments down below. And again, this list is just the most wish-listed titles that are on Steam that I could find. But no doubt there's going to be a whole bunch of other great games that have not been announced that will release in 2023. Anyway, on to the bonus games. Factory Town Idle is an incremental style town builder. Manage a bustling village so it will produce and sell a huge range of items even when you are away. Then spend your exponentially growing pile of resources to unlock new tech and supercharge your production to unlimited speed. It is Factory Town, so it's made by the same developer as the original Factory Town, which is honestly one of my favorite games of all time. So that the standard is going to be very, very, very high. I'm just really, really excited to see more of this Factory Town world. This game doesn't actually feature on Steam's upcoming list, as it will release first on Epic. Presumably it'll come to Steam at some point. That might be in 2023. It might not be. I'm not sure. There's clearly, however, huge anticipation for this title, so I thought I'd mention it nonetheless. Since I last talked about it, it's been given a new name. It's now The Settlers' New Allies. And it has a release date of the 17th of February, so we can all look forward to that. But if you've never heard of it, it's The Settlers based on a classic series, and the upcoming title promises updated mechanics and a substantial graphics update. So there you go. I'll be checking this one out too. there is still painfully little information regarding the Factorio DLC. The DLC was first announced in February 2021, and we're slowly creeping up on February 2023. That being said, the Factorio devs are notoriously thorough, so there's no reason for concern. I'm just insanely excited for it and just cannot wait to play it. It's just going to be so great. In Craftimation, you'll start off with a tiny rocket and a robot, and it's up to you to harvest and combine materials to discover new ones. Using visual programming, you'll be able to make your robot do the tiresome work for you as you slowly build up your gang of robots and watch them terraform the planet. This game might not necessarily be for everyone due to the high learning curve, but if you're up for the challenge and you want a smooth introduction to programming, Craftimation may very well be the game for you. Plus, the robots look pretty cool, and I like it. I like it a lot. Check out the demo right now to see if the game is for you, and get ready for the rest of the game to drop later on this year. So that's it. Have I missed any fantastic upcoming strategy games? And do you want to see a strategic, tactical sort of little rundown list, same as this one? I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Ladies and gents, if you have enjoyed this video, then please do indeed consider supporting over on Patreon. Patreon helps make videos like this possible, and I'm immensely grateful for all of the people that help do this each and every month, as it just allows a more stable stream of income in the months like January, which is as well known in the YouTube world, pretty pants AdSense revenue. But anyway, thank you ever so much for all the support. Thank you ever so much for the video, watching the video, and if you want to share the video, share it with your friends who also enjoy strategy games, then that also helps out the channel. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.